Good afternoon, almost. So, watching some Dave Ramsey debt porn, and I'm listening to people that are like $80,000+ in debt, only making a quarter, a half, like insignificant amounts in comparison to their debt. That is, and it's troubling. It's amazing. You know, sometimes I chuckle and I laugh, but at the same time, I really do feel sorry for these people, because it's like, yo, how the fudge did you get in that much debt? What the hell were you doing? And then I remember myself, because I did that too. You know, so it's just like, you know, I know better now at, you know, the age of 32 going on to 33, making investments and doing other things to increase, you know, my earning potential, or increase my earning capabilities or capacity. And the point I really want to make here is, like, gentlemen, women, if there's women that listen, teach your kids, teach the ones that are coming after you these lessons. Show them this, and be like very strict and stringent about, just be on them. Say, hey, listen, man, what do your numbers look like? What do your books look like? Listen, I'm gonna judge you. Don't be afraid, but I'm just trying to help you. There's people out here doing this and that and so on and so forth. You know, in this case, this one girl's making $19K as a substitute teacher, $1,300 just so she can get her transcript out, so she can actually go ahead and get her actual full teaching certificate, possibly get a job in the next 6 months to a year, anywhere, somewhere. And she can't even come up with that. She lives by herself. She has a car repossessed. She has a car note. And it's just like, yo, she's overwhelmed. Underpaid and overwhelmed, talking about bankruptcy. And even with bankruptcy, it still won't matter, because she still won't be making shit. Dave Ramsey said something very simple. Hey, listen, $8,000 will change your whole entire life. $10,000 will actually, $10,000 in increasing your earning by $10,000 will literally put you in a better frame, or a better area. Excuse me. And I'm like, damn, $1,300 is keeping you. Wow, man. And I have to thank God. I have to thank a higher power. I mean, because sometimes I don't even know how I do what I do with the veracity that I have, that I do it with. And it's just amazing, some of the things that I hear from people. For instance, this girl, she has to do is, you know, 1 or 2 extra jobs. She's just working substitute teaching. And I'm like, you know, what else are you doing? Like, you know, some people don't have that drive in them to actually do more. And I think we have to instill that into our children. We have to instill that into the people around us. Like, you can't just work one job. This ain't a one-job economy anymore. You know, being a millionaire is being broke. So imagine what it's like. Imagine what it's like making, you know, hand to mouth. Even I'm in poverty at those standards. It's like, people, we can't sit here and just let this stuff happen. If we do, we're just gonna put ourselves in like such a quagmire, in such a freaking swamp, I should say, is a probably better word that I actually understand. I don't know why I said quagmire, but it's gonna put us in such a bad position if we don't try and work hard, if we don't try and do more with ourselves. I'm heading I'm late, but I'm heading down to a meeting with somebody that wants to, you know, have us do some design work and do some other stuff at the shop to make it look better, so on and so forth. It's gonna cost us money. My business partner's like, hey, we need to do this so we can bring in more people. We need to do that, so on and so forth. And I'm like, bro, I don't know who you're talking to. You know, and I'm going to tell him this today. I don't know who you're talking to, but if I look at it, we don't have the money to do this. And I tell him, I show him the spreadsheets, I show him the projections, I show him all this other stuff. But everybody's like, you know, looking at the look and feel. And it's just like, listen, look and feel. Shoot, what the fudge? Wow. That guy like totally went into like, wow. Listen, man, don't come to Florida unless you're patient and willing to this dude totally cut me off. It's not even funny, like how he, like, wow. Anyways, so kind of saw him coming too. It's kind of crazy. He was in, like, you know, the side lane where you're supposed to, like, where broken down cars go, and he used that as a lane and cut around me. FLA, where we stay. Anyways, so if you're not, this economy is, it's eat or be eaten. And honestly, it's probably always been that way, but I can only talk about, you know, my existence and my, you know, my experience, you know. But I'm looking at this, and I've never worked anything less than 2 jobs. I've never had anything less than 2 streams of income for any long period or for any long period of time. Even when I started working at a liquor store, I would do a little bit of computer work here and there, and then some other stuff. Wasn't that great at advertising. Thank God my business partner came along. He's been with me ever since, brought a lot of customers to us, and I was able to get better over time while working, you know, some of these jobs and everything like that he had brought to us as a group. So I'm forever thankful for him and what he's done. But that's just a part of building a dream team, so on and so forth, which I kind of just started to gravitate towards. So let me cut this down here. I apologize, but I'm looking at some of the things, and the point in the summary of all of this is, if you're not willing to work and do extra in this economy, you're going to be screwed. And I'm talking like, listen, you have to do it. There is no maybe. There is no well, I'm gonna try. No, you have to do it. If you don't, and if we don't teach our children this, and the ones that are coming up after us this, then we're really gonna be in dire straits. And it's not even funny how just obvious that is. People can run up debts up to 80 grand with no type of actual previous employment, no type of actual credit history, and then after they've run up all that money through school, through credit card and consumer debt, then they're able to go out there and not make the payments. How in the world can something like that happen? I'm sure somebody like Dollar Will can explain it. I've actually heard it, but you know, I know what it is. It's anti-usury. Oh no, it's usury at its best. You know, like, that's why Sharia law is against this making money from money. You know, there is only money. You can't make more of it. So how can you actually try and make money from money? It's crazy. That's my understanding of anti-usury, is that you can't just make money out of thin air, which is what our system is built on. Is you have your debt notes, you know. So when I look at all this and I see these things happening, and I see people around me, we really have to instill in people, the fact that they have to be more financially savvy, or else they're going to end up in these situations. We have to teach them that at least their 9th grade year. And of course, some people will say from birth, and it's like, all right, cool, from birth. Oh, okay. But at least their 9th grade year, they need to be learning about this, saying, hey, listen, all right, college is coming up soon. Oh, I got 3-4 years more, mom or dad. You know, like, no. That will be over in no time. You're going to be signing some paper on some unsecured debt that you can't pay off, or you have, you know, or you have a degree in something that's just total bullshit. Like, what's the point? Anyways, it's probably not the best video, not a really good stream of consciousness. It's just my thoughts on this. I mean, listen, people, please talk to your kids, teach them something, teach them, hey, listen, you can get out of debt easily, especially if you first don't get into it. Okay, I didn't do that. Second, work your ass off to get out of it. I did that and got back in it. But when I got back in, it was for investment. So hopefully that is a bit of a saving grace. Anyways. But when you do these things, look at it, you know. And sooner or later, you will be in a position, you will be at a point where you can make certain moves and make them totally cash moves. You don't have to actually spend a ton of money to try and... I hate this lane. Why did I get in it? You don't have to spend a whole bunch of money trying to get out of debt, you know? Or waste a whole lot of money, your own cash, trying to get out of debt. So, thank you very much for listening. As always, I'm going to cut it here because I'm just rambling. Thank you. Bye.